Hello everyone! The version 1.1 patch for Stardew Valley is now out. Steam should be updating automatically. You can go ahead and check out your Steam library and force it to update if it is not. But I thought I'd go over a few of the new changes. The biggest changes are, of course, that you can now romance Shane and Emily. I obviously can't show those off in this video, but one of the other big changes I can show off. So if we go start a new character, we've got these new options. We've got the Standard Farm, the Riverland Farm. So, Standard Farm, a simple plot of land with a large amount of open space to design your farm. The Riverland Farm. Your farm is spread across several islands and scenic riverbanks. Fish are more common here than usual. The Forest Farm. The woods limit your farming space. However, the bounty of the forest is nearly at your doorstep. The Hilltop Farm. Rocky terrain and a winding river make it difficult to design your farm. However, a mineral deposit provides mining opportunities. And the Wilderness Farm. There's plenty of good land here, but beware, at night the monsters come out. So let's go ahead and skip intro, just go ahead and randomize. And let's choose the Riverland Farm. We'll get right into it. So you can see that the house already looks different. We got an anchor up on the wall. I don't think that... yeah, it's just a furniture anchor. We've got a world map. And we can take portholes. And we have a toy boat. If we go explore the farm a little bit, let me get on the hoe so we can get through this stuff. So, up here we've got quite a bit of water. Right back here is the statue, if you're wondering about where that is. And of course over here is the cave and the greenhouse. Unfortunately, we've got a fair bit of this, grass terrain and these bushes here. So that limits where you can plant crops. But of course you can put other things like kegs and stuff in this area. Of course, the game does not want me to explore right now. Over here, you got Grandpa's Shrine. And as they said, plenty of space to do fishing. And quite a few trees around as well, as you would expect. Just explore a little bit around the farm so we can get a feel for the layout. Can't get to that little island there, but then it doesn't have a tree that you can cut down anyway, so... here are quite a few of the rocks and, of course, pine trees. I suppose I'll make my way through here. So, with Emily and Shane, there are quite a few new events. Obviously, I have not seen them because the update has just gone live, and I have just loaded it up. I've looked around at this map a little bit so far, and one thing that I would prefer, that's the way to get down to the southern forest. And unfortunately, the water does not seem to really seamlessly fit. I mean, you've got all this wide expanse of water. You've got a dock over here. And if you go off the map, it's perfectly normal. I suppose we could check the map and see what this looks like. Okay, so it does actually change the map, which is good. Test farm. And you can see a river going off that way. But the water doesn't go anywhere out of here. But, you know, hey, maybe future changes will make it a little bit more seamless. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out some of the other ones. Well, I go ahead and exit to desktop. Start Stardew Valley back up again. It would be nice to exit back to the main menu. Unfortunately, the game does not have that option just yet. Alright, if we go back to a new game, go ahead and randomize. And the Forest Farm. We'll skip the intro again. Okay, so this is the Forest Farm. You start with quite a few tree furniture. You've got a little bonsai tree here. Yep. And what is this? L light string. So this is the Forest Farm. It's actually pretty nice. We've got the totem there. Of course, going off this way, the tree cover just kind of disappears. Let's take a quick look at the map and see what it looks like there. Not too different on the map. Obviously, all these... I don't remember these trees being right there, but... Oops, wrong tool. So, of course, we've got our greenhouse here. Now, I understand there's a unique type of weed, and of course, you've got respawning tree stumps here, and you can get forage. So that's pretty nice. Quite a few tree stumps, actually. That's, I mean, if you want hardwood, this is definitely the place to go. There's a lot more of this grass terrain as well. Ooh, I wonder if that's something down there that we can get to. I don't know. It feels like that should be accessible, but it may not be. I don't know. I'm sure as people explore these new maps, they will discover all the new features. But yeah, it looks the same over here. But this is the new forest map. Maybe it was the wilderness one that had the new weeds. I don't remember. I remember seeing a mention of it, but I'll be reading over the other changes shortly once we've explored the new maps. Alright, next up we've got the Hilltop Farm. Okay, and we've got some new furniture here. Miner's Crest. Metal window. Bamboo mats. And a small crystal furniture. Oh, also a candle lamp. Can we... Maybe it just comes on automatically, I don't know. Alright, so, Hilltop Farm, we are already higher there. So you can see the different levels that it has here. Let's see if we can explore this around a little bit. So we've got this raised platform here, this raised bluff kind of thing. Well, that's just kind of rude, that giant rock right there blocking the southern route. I think most of the stuff is fixed on where it loads in. See if we can find the... Ah, okay. That looks like the mining area up there. Let's see if we can get to it. Oh, wow, that is quite a bit of copper right off the bat. So we get a geodes from those, obviously. And lots of copper. I wonder if as you get further in the game, year-wise, or, you know, season-wise, if it has a chance to drop other things in this area, like, oh, can't go that way either. Iron and, gold and maybe even iridium. That would be pretty neat. Let's see, what do we have over this way? So definitely farming in this map would be a little bit more difficult. And navigating around, also a little bit difficult. I imagine that the greenhouses would be that much more valuable. There's Grandpa's shrine over there. And, of course, the little cave right here. And then we head up that way. So that is the mountaintop farm. Let's go ahead and load back up again. Let's forget that you can hit escape at the very beginning. Okay, and the wilderness farm. Whoops. Okay, and here we've got cactus, houseplant, ornate window, hanging shield, monster danglers, decorative lantern, walnut end table, a monster rug. Does it actually have a... There's a skull, there's a slime, there's a ghost, an ornate lamp. I wonder what this one is. Just boarded window, okay. Alright. So let's look around here a little bit. Seems similar in layout to the standard one. Of course, here we've got our little cave. There's a greenhouse. Grandpa's shrine hidden by a tree. It's a little bit more of an outcropping here. I mean, well, it's quite a big outcropping, actually, that the standard farm doesn't have. So yeah, it definitely looks like if you want to maximize your space, the standard farm is still going to be best. But if you like doing some other things like mining, then you've got the other options, which is pretty nice. Yeah, same transition there. Alright, but this one does seem to be the second best in terms of farming space, if that's what you want. With a bit larger pool here. Well, let's see if we can go over the changelog while we let some time pass. All right, so obviously I've already mentioned that Shane and Emily are now available to marry. They have new events, music, and more. Spouses now have a unique outdoor area and behavior on the farm. I think that might be that up there. You can now choose from 5 different farm maps. At character creation, each map is focused on a different skill area. Standard Farm, the original Stardew Valley farm. Riverland Farm, lots of water, good for fishing. Forest Farm, foraging opportunities and a unique weed that always drops mixed seeds. Hilltop Farm has a small mineral deposit from which ores spawn, including a unique geode-bearing ore, which we saw. And Wilderness Farm, monsters spawn at night. A new shed building, an empty room that can be decorated, filled with kegs, etc. A mill building can be used to turn wheat into flour and beets into sugar overnight. A new quest that can be started after the community center or Joja Mart quest arc is complete. The new quest results in a new magical construction feature available from the Wizard's Tower. The new quest is triggered when you enter the railroad area. Added several new locations that are related to the above quest. Junimo Hut, building magical construction. Junimos will harvest crops within a certain distance of the hut, instantly transporting the harvest back to the hut for you to gather at your convenience. Earth Obelisk building, magical construction, a permanent warp totem to the mountains. Water Obelisk building, magical construction, a permanent warp totem to the beach. A gold clock building, magical construction, prevents weeds from spawning and fences from decaying on your farm. You can now move your buildings via Robin's construction menu. A new house upgrade from Robin that adds a cellar to your house and teaches you the cask crafting recipe. In the cellar, you can use casks to age cheese and alcohol, increasing their quality. Iridium Star level quality is now attainable for aged goods, fruit, forage items if you have the Botanist perk, and animal products. Iridium Star level items have twice the value of normal items. NPCs now appreciate quality level in gifts, but it only has an effect on gifts that they like or love. So, if you accidentally give them something that they hate, no problem there, other than the fact that they hate it. Added coffee, a spring-summer crop, and coffee bean. The bean acts as the produce and the seed, similar to sunflowers. 5 coffee beans can be added to a keg to make coffee. Honey can be placed in a keg to make mead. Void eggs can be placed in mayonnaise machines to make void mayonnaise. 2 new fish, void salmon and slime jack. You can now choose to color your chests with one of 20 color options. Evil shrines, where you can make offerings in exchange for dark magic. Divorce, you can file from a little book in the mayor's house. You can now wallpaper the little hallways in your upgraded house. When you beat Journey of the Prairie King, you can now start over in a harder mode, keeping your upgrades and coins. There are 2 new lost books. Krobus now sells a Return Scepter, a tool which acts as a permanent warp totem to the farm. Giving someone a gift on their birthday will never make your spouse jealous. Pierre now sells a catalog furniture item that can be used for unlimited free access to all wallpapers and floors. Robin now sells a furniture catalog furniture item that can be used for unlimited free access to nearly all furnitures. If you found the Galaxy Sword, you can buy another from Marlin. You can also buy the Galaxy Dagger and the Galaxy Hammer. Slime balls have a chance to drop petrified slime. Added a graphics option to display sharper number digits. Let me go ahead and see where that is. Show sharper digits. I guess it is a little bit sharper. Let's see. Yeah, it is sharper. Let's see. You can once again plant fruit trees around the edge of the greenhouse interior. Fences take twice as long to decay. Balance changes. All animal products are increased in value by 25%. The rancher profession now increases the value of animal products by 20%, up from 10%. The artisan profession now increases the value of artisan goods by 40%, down from 50%. The blacksmith profession now increases the value of metal bars by 50%, up from 25%. The value of blueberry is now 50 gold, down from 80 gold. The value of starfruit is now 750, down from 800. The value of cranberries is now 75, down from 130. The value of ancient fruit is now 550, down from 750. Cranberry seeds now sell for 60, down from 120. The price to buy them from the store is the same. Sunflower can now be grown in summer as well as fall. Bug fixes, wild plums are now labeled as fruit. Grandpa's Shrine should now always properly give the reward for reaching 4 candles. Works retroactively if you never received a reward. Fixed issue where gathering an item with the botanist profession would fail if the inventory was full, even though the gold level item was present in the inventory. Slime Charmer Ring should now protect against giant slimes. You can no longer tap a stump. I had no idea that you could actually do that. Fixed Joja Warehouse graphic issue in winter. Check action, mapped keys should now work to attach a bait to a rod. Rain ambient sound should no longer play in Sandy's Oasis under any conditions. Your baby should now be properly born, even if you pass out in the mines on the eve of the birth. Moonlight Jelly's engagement crash. Galaxy Sword should now be truly unlosable. You can no longer lose hay to a hopper because you have no silo. You can no longer plant fruit trees off the farm. Attack foods now properly give an attack buff. Clay can no longer always be found 1 tile above a previously discovered clay spot. Blue jazz flowers in the refrigerator are now properly consumed in cooking recipes. Fruit that drops when you chop a tree now properly stacks with fruit that drops when you shake a tree. Worm bins no longer continue to produce worms every 10 minutes after midnight. Jack-o'-lanterns properly glow. Torches and other light sources held by player are now properly lit after saving reloading. You will now see the final Joja cutscene if you switched to Joja after starting with the community center. When retrieving the cave carrot for Marnie, she will only take 1 from you. Oh, I guess she could take more than 1 before. Fixed strange behaviors when picking up certain items with a full inventory. Having no silo no longer causes your hay to disappear when placed in a hopper. When a bomb is placed and then the player leaves the area, the resulting debris will no longer erroneously appear in the new area. Watering a trough in a slime hutch will now have no effect on the troughs in other slime hutches. And it is now night. We'll go ahead and keep an eye out for any monsters. Using the rain totem and then quickly entering your house no longer causes you to become stuck in the wall. The stone floor now look correct in any configuration. Numerous minor bug fixes, typo fixes. And that's about it. He said also that the reason for the changes in the balance, in terms of like costs of items and stuff like that, was to make it so that it didn't feel like you had to go do one thing. Like, obviously, the best way to get a lot of money, especially when you first get to the season, is to just plant nothing but cranberries. And blueberries were a similar way. And, of course, to a certain extent, it made more sense to sell cranberry seeds rather than the cranberries themselves by putting them in the seed maker. It didn't look like the price changes on ancient fruit and such like that altered the price of ancient fruit wine. At least he didn't say that, but I suppose that is a possibility. I'm not seeing any monsters. Oh, there we go. Actually, I think we can use this. This is, of course, going to take quite a while with this weapon. Did he just drop fiber? Interesting. That might be a new enemy. But those are the changes that have come in 1.1. It does not have multiplayer, as a lot of people were expecting, but it sounds like that's going to be a later addition rather than an actual 1.1 update. So, still no multiplayer, but quite a few other changes. I do like the addition of the new farms. I may play around with those myself, but I don't know. We'll see. I am planning to stream a little bit tonight, so I will be putting up a separate video if you want to go, check that out. I will, of course, include links to my Stardew Valley playthrough in the description, and a link to Hitbox where you can watch me stream it. If you come to this later, I'm sorry, but you can watch the live stream footage in the description below. See you next time, everyone.